So it's time for round 2. This time I won't be playing, instead it's going to be Chris versus Ed. Let's see how this goes. Ed is on the bottom, Chris is on the top.
Nah, I'm on the bottom, motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Well, for my screen I am.
I was about to say, on mine you're on the top because you're playing Rogue. And I highly doubt Ed's queued Rogue.
I'm gonna fucking concede right now, what the fuck?
Ouch! I've just noticed your hand. Ouch. Well... This could be an interesting game. So it's Midrange Hunter versus a mill style deck.
The thing is, if he has anything like kill command or weapon or yeah.
I'm trying my hardest to also not speak and reveal things about that are going in about each other's hands. It's quite hard to announce what's going on in the game.
Couldn't you just mute the TeamSpeak so that we can't hear you? Like mute
Actually,
your
I
voice
could
on
do.
TeamSpeak. That way you can say what you want and you can still hear us.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Good thought.
Microphone muted.
So, this will be a lot better. So with Chris's hand, it's not really going too well for him. He's got...
I'm so fucked.
He's got 3 coins, a Vilespine, and an Eviscerate. He's going for a more mill style deck, but he has got some control in it as well. Whereas Ed's gone for a more mid-range, so he's looking for those Rilcaz. I don't really know too much about Hearthstone, but...
Reese, if you can hear me, I'm so fucking done.
Oh wow. Chris's
that?
next draw is pretty bad. Another preparation.
Mate, if I had Van Cleef, you'd be fucked dead.
This is... yeah. As Chris just said, Van Cleef. He's got an excellent hand for Van Cleef, but that's pretty much all.
Costs 0 mana.
Ooh.
This is fucking dumb.
I feel like this is going to be Ed's going to be going up to an early lead in this game. It's not going well. Give me a minute. Just to make it a bit easier. Yeah. It looks like Ed's going to get to an early lead in this game.
Like, this is a good deck, but not when you draw, prep, counterfeit coin, counterfeit coin, prep.
Yeah. Chris has just drew really poorly for his deck.
Hey, don't be saying Mill's too slow when you're fucking coming in with your druid.
Honestly, I don't... Unless Chris can get a vanish here.
So fucking done.
Even that... You can't... Chris can survive this turn at least. But if he preps first, he's making a mistake.
I just fucking... give up.
Yep. Oops, let's go and speak to them after that.
That's
activated.
That was a big misplay there, Chris.
It wasn't a misplay, it was me just giving up because I can't win from that point.
You could have coin prep vanish. It would have brought you a turn.
It would have brought me a turn until, you know, 3 turns down the line and he just spamming that fucking hero power. It was over. It was over.
Yep. So it's time for game 2 versus Ed versus Chris. Chris is sticking with his mill rogue, whereas Ed's gone for a secret Tempo Mage, I believe this is. And it's secret Tempo Mage that has got a very good draw so far. Arcanologist into a Tempo Mage. It's a pretty deadly combo. Whereas Chris's hand, not so great. As you can see, he's not very happy with his hand so far. I think his main problem is with how his deck's set out. He's in a bit of trouble. Because he requires certain cards and he has to have the game go reasonably late. he doesn't have these certain cards, but he can go for an early mill here. But the only problem is if he does that, he can put himself into a worse position by letting Ed draw more cards. So I feel it is just going to be a hero power here. So this turn, Ed will probably go for the Tempo Mage and Mana Bind. But it's an extremely strong combo because it means that the 3 spells that Chris has in his hand, not much you can do with them really, without giving it to Ed for 0 mana. And he's just drew his Shadow Blade. Well, you want that card more towards the end so you can easily mill. It's not great at this stage of the game, and with how low Chris currently is, he's in a bit of trouble. And with no cards really in his hand to generate board pressure, he could be in quite a lot of trouble. Edge just drew a very good card to drop on turn 4 for him in the Crystal Thief or whatever it's called, because you know I can't read names for some reason. Certain names are for some reason broken, like Meteor, Blood Mage, and whatever that is, Archaeologist. But Fireball, even that's gone. I don't know what's going on with my game currently. It is pretty annoying, but we'll have to make do with it. I'll try and figure it out for the next lot of games. Because we're recording a lot of these in bulk, so we've got them ready to upload on daily.
I'm late.
So Ed went for the play I expected. But with Ed getting a Shadow Step, that it can be quite scary, because he could go Archaeologist, Shadow Step, Archaeologist, and grab 2 of his secrets, because he's going to have quite a few secrets in this deck. The only problem is he's kind of got 2 dead draws in the Arcane Intellects. Chris's hand now, he's got a lot of return to hand. I don't know why Chris doesn't play with the Rogue Quest. I'll ask him after this game, because with the style of deck he's playing, the Rogue Quest would come in quite handy. He wouldn't come online for a bit earlier, but that's game.
Microphone activated.
So it seems like your mill rogue's not working out for you, Chris.
Just a fucking breeze. What was that starting hand? 2 Shadow Steps vanish and the fucking panda.
None can escape my fury.
Okay, I'll go back to mute now so I can properly shittily cast this game.
Microphone muted.
So we've got I think this is a OTK Priest, but I'm not sure. Versus a, well, once again, Mill Rogue. Chris is determined to make this Mill Rogue work, but I don't think he's going to be able to.
Amazing.
Well,
Greetings.
the game has started off pretty slow so far. It's going to be a reasonably slow game with the deck that Ed's playing, but Chris's draws have still been messing him. He's not really drawing well at all. He's got double Shadow Step with not really anything to control the board properly. He's got a Doomsayer, what is quite handy. But with that going down, it's going to be a bit of a pain. I would have waited 1 turn for that, really. It does dissuade any sort of normal play. He's got his Radiant Elemental, that is very handy. That's a strange line of play to go for. I'd understand if he had a Divine Spirit or a Inner Fire. Well, Divine Spirit and Inner Fire, because that would have been a 18 damage to face, or just an Inner Fire for 9 damage. But I would have saved that for his Lyra. Okay, so here comes the Lyra. I am fully expecting a coin into a Vile Spine here to try and to deal with that Lyra so he can't get any value out of it. But is he going to go for that line of play? Yes, he is. That is an excellent power play for him. Destroying one of Priest's more powerful cards. And Blood Mage Thalnos isn't exactly the card you want to be seeing at this stage of the game right now. If he puts that down, it's only really for the draw. And also the Dragonfire Potion is quite useless in his hand with how the deck is. As Chris's deck does not really rely on minions, as he doesn't have a Van Cleef. So, yep, there goes Thalnos, like that was fully expected, but that's Chris's Doomsayer. So if Chris commits a Vile Spine onto the board here, he would be losing it to the Doomsayer. Well, he wouldn't be actually. He'll have 7 damage on board. But this is where Dragonfire Potion will come in handy for Ed, as he can fully clear Chris's board for very little effort. And there goes both of Chris's Vile Spines. Well, it's something that you don't exactly want to be seeing when you're playing Rogue, because that's one of your main destroying tools. So, Ed doesn't really have much to play either on this turn. Yep, the Doomsayer is just going to dissuade any sort of aggression on board. But with Chris's hand, he doesn't really have much that he can place himself. So I'm expecting this to be an attack. What is exactly what's happened? So Egg's just got a Gnomish Engineer, or whatever it's called. And a Tar Creeper. Well, that gives him some power on the board. Chris could just Doomsayer here and completely annihilate that. But Ed could play Shadow Word Horror, but would keep his board in control, really. And that Sound Knight Chain Gang will just be Shadow Word Horror. And to be honest, that's probably the best he's going to get from that card. But Chris is actually getting a much better start off this game. He might be able to actually pull off the meal. All he needs now is his Cold Light Oracles and his Valera, and he could really mill up quite a bit. But with the draw of Raza, that's going to be very difficult. But I'm fully expecting the Shadow Word Horror into Raza this turn. Yeah. So, Anduin now to properly start off his combos. As he's got a nice 1 mana card in his hand, he's got a 2 mana card in his hand. Even the 4 mana card is quite handy. And there's his Anduin. Here comes some more milling from Chris. I'm fully expecting him to replay it and then probably go for his Pandaren Brewmaster to bring it back to his hand.
Drink with me, friend.
With another play of the Cold Light Oracle with another Brewmaster. That Geist is not very handy right now, as Chris doesn't really have any 1 mana cards in his deck. I don't think there is actually any real rogue 1 mana cards that get played. And sapping the Raza, it's a shame you can't go into minus, because that would have been quite handy. But it does burn a card for Ed. Holy Nova, it's not really the biggest card to lose. This is where Ed can really start. Chris is now on a timer. But it's extremely bad for Chris, as he's just taken a good chunk of his health. Around about 9. Well, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. He took 10 damage that turn at least. I wasn't really counting properly. That's an expected trade, but with how Ed's hand is, this game I think is over. I'm going to be honest. Chris's mirror deck is not playing him for him whatsoever. And there's Prophet Velen. That is very close to game. Very close to game. Especially if Ed draws a 0 mana card here. That be that damage into 10 damage. So he's going to be doing at least 10 damage here.
Not all wonder.
I think it's actually game. If it's not game, it's going to be as Ed wins next turn.
Smart moves.
And that is the Ed versus Chris game's over. Ed going for a 3-0 victory. Those games just really went in your favour, Chris.
Well, I targeted his mill rogue, so.
I know you did, because you made your decks afterwards.
Well, the third deck was a combo deck, so I tried to give you a chance.